We got a couple of things that we want to go over today. First things first, like I said, I hope everybody's having a fantastic time. Hopefully everybody's doing really great, maybe better than me. And we're going to start this stream off discussing some of the bullshit that's going on with Avatar. If you have been paying attention to the Avatar Legends game literally at all, then you have probably seen some of the absolute mayhem that's been going on, because I'm going to pull this statement up. Essentially, the developers behind Avatar Legends, they have been getting the backhand consistently, both from fans and their own publishing studios. Of course, a lot of you know that Paramount and Nickelodeon are in charge of the Avatar IP, and what that ends up leading to is, you know, essentially you have Paramount on one end that's saying, hey, you can't do this and these things need to be released at this time, and then you have Nickelodeon that's like, hey, we got to do things by this time, or whatever the fuck, right? But mostly it's Paramount, because they put out a new fucking Avatar movie. So with that being said, let's switch gears here for a second, okay? Let's switch gears over here and let me show you and share some things with you. Avatar Legends, on their Twitter, they put out this official statement literally moments, and I genuinely mean maybe an hour or two before the game actually went live. The official launch of Avatar Legends, the fighting game, is almost here, and we can't wait for players and fans around the world to jump in and start playing. As we approach launch, we want to update our community on a few specific details. For Nintendo Switch players, the Nintendo Switch version will be available as the standard edition only. Additionally, crossplay with other platforms and languages, localization beyond English will not be available. We are committed to bringing these features along with upgrading to Deluxe Edition to players as soon as possible, and we will keep you posted on our timeline and our progress. That alone is a problem, but let's continue on. For the Xbox community, now, y'all know I'm not that big of a fan of Xbox, but I'm kind of just old enough to have experienced the actual console war shit when it mattered, you know, but also was never that deep into it. I clown on Xbox just because they made really terrible decisions, and now PlayStation is the one to clown on because they are making terrible decisions. But equally, I've never had like any one major commitment to one company over the other. I prefer PlayStations because of their presentation and how they usually do things, and I like their UI a little bit more, but that's besides the point, right? Let's get back into this. For Xbox players, you guys consistently are getting shafted, man. For the Xbox community, we are forced to delay the release. Due to the unforeseen circumstances on a back-end feature, we will now launch by September 3rd. That's in 2 months, bro. So an hour before you release the game, you just suddenly say, hey, there's this issue that we didn't really know about, and sorry, it's this back-end issue. We got to delay the game by 2 months on that platform. I guarantee that this is more so an Xbox issue than it is the developers, but it's probably more so than that a Paramount issue. There's probably certain optimizations that need to be met for Xbox. For those that don't know, if you're going to release something on the Xbox current gen, it needs to be playable and consistent for both consoles, the S and the X. So if you have a game that only runs on the Series X and plays and performs like dog shit on the Series S, you can't put it out. Microsoft is very strict on that, okay? So every game has to be compatible with their lower end system currently. I don't know if they're gonna fix that with future consoles, but as of right now, this is how things have been going since this generation has started with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. Excuse me. They continue by saying, our priority is delivering the best possible experience on every platform, and we are working tirelessly to make that happen. Thank you for your patience, understanding, and continued support. We're excited to get everyone into a fight as soon as possible. Tune in here for updates as we have them. I can guarantee you, people are not being understanding and we are not supporting this, okay? There's zero chance that you just found out an hour before the game launched, hey, we can't really release this shit on Xbox. This is something that you have had to have known. And one thing that we have consistently praised this company for doing in the past was communicating with us. They've let us know these characters aren't done. They've let us know this thing is the issue. Like, they've consistently updated us on things like, hey, we can see the writing on the wall, right? Let's continue on with Avatar Legends real quick before we dive even further into this issue. The next post, very next day that they posted, is this about Taj. I haven't seen the movie yet, okay? As of right now, as of this stream, I haven't seen the movie, but I have seen the trailer. This is the character that's maybe an anti-hero, anti-villain, I'm not sure. I know the trailer portrays him as like a good guy that's there to help out Aang, and he's another airbender with like different forms of the tattoo of being an airbending master. However, there's also scenes that show him like fighting against the crew, so I don't know what the story is there, okay? But I bring this up because you're saying, okay, our 12 character roster has expanded as a mysterious fighter awaits. Taga from Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender, will be joining the roster for free later this year, right? So they give us a roadmap. We go up here, we get a roadmap. Avatar Legends, the fighting game, newsletter, launch edition. Thank you for joining us. Since this is our first newsletter, we're skipping the usual build notes and instead celebrating everything that's now available. Whether you're hopping online with friends, diving into story mode, or checking out the art gallery, we're excited to finally have the game in your hands. Except that we're not hopping online with friends, okay? You gotta remember, there's a lot of people out here that still have an Xbox. They still game on Xbox. I guarantee you, what's crazy is, if this was in the previous generation, this wouldn't have happened, okay? You know why? It's because currently what's happening with Xbox wouldn't have happened before, because what's going on currently with Xbox would have been happening to the PC environment. Literally, since COVID has hit, PC has just reigned in supreme. Literally, the market share is between PlayStation and PC at this point. So Xbox just naturally just gets pushed and booted off to the side currently. And then you have the Switch, where it's kind of like this console that people don't want to give the credit for, and majority of people are still like, it's for kid games, Nintendo does their shady shit, we don't respect it as a platform holder, but it's there. Hello, sorry to break the news to you, but there's actually a lot of people that buy Switches. There's actually a lot of kids and adults that buy Nintendo products, okay? There's a reason the company is still successful. Whether I truly want to support the company or not, they are extremely successful because of what they bring to the table, what they offer. You have a mobile experience that you can dock anytime, which is like, when they did that, it was kind of revolutionizing the technology for that. Is I have a handheld that's going to play in 1080p on the go, boom, dock it, it's going to be upscaled 4K. That's a pretty good thing. Like, honestly, again, I have said this probably a couple of times to some friends of mine, I plan on getting a Switch 2 for my Christmas gift. Like, if I don't end up getting one throughout the year, I'm probably going to just gift myself a Switch 2 for Christmas, and I will probably get a good share of games on that, because that's just an enjoyable experience to me. I travel pretty consistently, whether I'm going to work, going to visit my mom, going to see my older brother, whatever. I'm traveling, and then of course, as I get older, I want to do more traveling. Like, what if I want to go on a cruise? What if I want to go and take a vacation and shit? I don't want to take my PlayStation Portable, because that shit kind of is buns. I mean, like, it's decent, but there's a lot of delay with that. I would rather have an experience where, let's say I do want to play Avatar Legends on the go. I'd rather be able to take that, play that on the go, and then, oh shit, they got a TV at the hotel, boom, dock it. It's that simple. Dock it. Like, that's appealing, and that's obviously appealing to a lot of people. So you're shafting the end of Nintendo as well. Those are two markets where it's like, Xbox might give you a pass on that, right? Might give you a pass. But Nintendo? I think you fail to see how many people really fuck with Nintendo products. And again, this is a fighting game. So it's not like the majority of people that's playing the game is just going to be playing online. They have combo trials in the game. They have a story mode in the game. They have tutorials. They got, they have different things for you to interact with. They have an arcade mode. And they've already said that they're going to bring more modes to play that's not just going to be online. So you have a lot of offline features in your game already. It would make sense to definitely advertise to probably the most offline friendly place. And I don't have a Switch, so I can't speak on like how the Switch actually operates. I don't know if you can play online games while it's like not docked. I'm sure maybe you probably can, just going off of Wi-Fi, right? You probably just play it off of Wi-Fi. And then on top of that, you know, when you dock it, I'm sure you can plug in an actual Ethernet cord so you can have like a really smooth experience. But anyways, again, I say that because there's going to be a lot of people that are missing out on this game, and you're only launching the standard edition. Even if people pre-ordered the deluxe edition, that's kind of strange. That's a little weird, right? Even if we say that all of this is happening because of Paramount, which is probably the case, absolutely fucked. Obviously this game has not been ready. You just don't release one half of your game. You just don't do that. We've obviously seen this issue happen consistently in the anime community. We're dealing with it with Sparking Zero. Although I will say Sparking Zero is still launching with obviously a higher budget and in a better state than Avatar Legends, the fighting game. Avatar Legends is doing a good job in the eyes of the people that have played the alphas and the beta, right? The alpha and the beta did really well because it's only showcasing online. It's only showcasing what's currently available. But we praised the game because you gave us the promise of all of these other things that are coming on launch day, not coming later, on launch day. Let me ask you something. When you pre-order a game, right? Are you supposed to A, get that pre-order bonus later, or B, get the pre-order bonus the day that the game comes out? The only acceptable answer is you're getting that pre-order bonus the day that the game comes out, right? You're getting the character, or you're getting the game, you're getting the features the day that the game comes out. And the only way that you get them after, right? The only way that you get them after is if it's a DLC, like some extra DLC pre-order bonus. But most pre-order bonuses are skins, maybe an extra mode, maybe an extra weapon, all that extra shit, right? You ideally would get those or some version of those when the game comes out. We didn't get that. With Avatar Legends, let's take a deeper dive here, right? If you look halfway down this launch edition newsletter, it says in addition to the other, we'll address the shit that's up above, right? We'll address that in a second. In addition, right here, premium and pre-order content will also be coming soon. What's soon? 2 weeks? Next week? September, when you drop the Xbox edition? You see what I'm saying? Like, when is it coming? It's still too vague, personally, for my taste. And I really vibe with the game, don't get me wrong. I'm complaining now, but I vibe with the game. I'm also complaining for the community. The people that's able to play the game, they're having fun. But they're also pointing out the really big disappointments. People have been complaining about the story mode. I can't speak on it personally. I haven't touched the story mode. People are complaining, where are our pre-order stuff? People are complaining, where are our voting passes? People are complaining about the deluxe content. Like, where's the digital art book? Where's all the extra shit, right? Where are all of these things? They aren't here. It's not just the Switch version that's not really getting it. These features are just not here in general. I pre-ordered the game, so I have the gold skins. They're cool. They're not make or break, but it would be nice to have the Samurai Appa skin. That's pretty cool. That's actually very cool. That's not in the game. You know what else is not in the game? And this brings up the issue of how they're adding Taga. I forgot his name, Taga or Taj, from the new movie. How are you adding in a free character that's like to the game that seems to be finished. His sprite is completely finished, but yet Ozai, Avatar Aang, and Nightmare Korra are not done. All three of them aren't done. All three of them aren't done. Let me tell you how unfinished they are. Avatar Aang only has a level 7 in the game. His combo trials only goes up to intermediate. He does not have a mastered combo trial for anything that you might want to learn and invest a lot of time into. And his animations, still kind of broken. And he's wearing the sprite, like literally he's wearing the clothes and everything of the version of Aang from season 1. But his image, as you can see right here, is clearly showing season 3 elements, just like stronger version of Aang. He's bending all the elements and stuff. Why? And one thing that I kind of pointed out that it's not that big of a deal is that his level 7 super is of season 1 with the river spirits, or the moon spirit, and sorry, my fault, with the moon spirit in it just doesn't make any sense. It truly shows that they wasn't expecting to add this character in the game. I'll tell you why they added that character in the game. They added Avatar Aang in the game because, or Avatar State Aang, you know, we're shortening it. They added that character simply because a lot of the community that played the alphas, me included, and betas, anytime that we initiated in any of the alphas or any playtests, what they would do is at the end of it, they would send us an email and ask us about any updates, any recommendations, things like of that nature. And if you follow the timeline, we got the first public and closed alphas almost a year ago at this point. So for the last year, people have been making videos and people have been giving them feedback that we want a version of Aang available in the game by launch time that allows us to play with all of the elements, similarly to how the base version of Korra allows us to play with all the elements. For goodness sake, we're playing with Aang. You know what I mean? Aang's like the base version of Aang right now primarily only gets into airbending. It's like not a problem if you add a different version or just add a variation where he gets more availability to stuff, right? Like a part of the 3 selections, you can make one where he's like, oh, he gets better firebending, da 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 da. But instead, they decided to go the option of, we're not going to update base Aang's moveset. He's already finished character. We're going to make a whole new version of Aang. Okay, but you've had over a year to playtest this, because I'm telling you, people have been talking about it since the very first alpha. We want a version of Aang that's able to articulate the full force of the Avatar state the same way that Korra is showcasing using all the elements in her moveset. It's one of the reasons why I primarily gravitated towards Korra to begin with. She plays really cool. She plays like a brawler because that's how her playstyle is, or her personality is in the show. So it makes sense. But she didn't like get this drastic type of personality shift like Aang did. Aang, after learning shit from Toph, learned to confront shit head on, learned to be a menacing opponent for people instead of dodging and weaving. I mean, he was a menacing opponent just as an airbender alone, but he's a fully fledged Avatar to a certain degree by the end of the series. It's called Avatar Legends. Let me feel like I'm playing with the Avatar Legend, right? So they add this version of Aang in the game, but they don't have an update on his outfit. They don't have an update on his animations. Literally, he'll be doing some like crazy brutal attack and he's like smiling. Like, that shit's creepy, bro. Because they're still using his animations from the base version in the game. And again, I'm not like complaining to the degree of the fact that they have an unfinished character in the game. The problem is that you have an unfinished character in the game, and you have 3 unfinished characters in the game, and you're already promoting a new character coming to balance out promotions for the new movie. people don't like Paramount, okay? We've not had Avatar treated very well. I mean, we had the voice actor for Uncle Iroh, or I guess technically the replacement for the voice actor of Uncle Iroh, since the original voice actor, I can't remember his name, I'm sorry, but he did pass away quite a few years ago. But the person that has been voicing Uncle Iroh since Legend of Korra, essentially, or I would say, yeah, either the later seasons of Avatar or just in general Avatar, Legend of Korra, he spoke out against Nickelodeon and Paramount and how they don't really give a shit. He's like, bro, I'm old. They can't do shit to me, bro. I'm gonna speak out about this. What I don't understand is why shareholders and stockholders inside these companies, as it's public knowledge, they have said that they didn't believe in Avatar. Even to this day, after seeing this massive amount of love and success, they don't like the IP. What is there not to genuinely like about the IP? It clearly is bringing you money and people enjoy it, so why not invest more into it? I will never understand that sentiment of any business. You'll have multiple businesses out here that do really stupid shit like that, and they don't sit there and support something that's clearly connecting with an audience and creating literal, long-lasting core memories for children into adults. I grew up with Avatar, and you're telling me that it's taken how long since Korra to get a third show? It's crazy. It's actually insane. So, the other character that's obviously not finished is Ozai. His animation, his sprite, it's all right. He just seems really stiff, and he has animations that literally like just are freeze frames and him just like moving really awkwardly. Korra, she doesn't have her hair down. Like her sprite, she's just using the base Korra sprite. She even has moves in the game right now that says chain whip, chain this, and she's not using her chain. If you don't know Nightmare Korra, she uses chains on her. And I made the analogy in a previous video about how she is somebody that's probably more comparable to like zombie Liu Kang in the Mortal Kombat franchise, where he plays with a chain and like he's like whipping people with that. His play style literally changes and complements his already mastered kung fu and martial arts. Whereas with Korra, she is a corrupted version of herself, literally a haunted version of who Korra does not want to be and who she fears, because it's something that's shown in the last season of Korra. And this version of Korra is literally beating the OG Korra's ass in all of her nightmares. She's getting followed around by this imitation of her fabrication of her, and she's supposed to be unnerving. She plays with this chain, these shackles, she plays with all the elements, like that's how she fights, and she's just menacing. You don't get that vibe from her at all. And I have both of these characters unlocked in the game right now because there's this really cool trick that you can unlock the characters with going through the menus instead of actually playing through a full game, which is something that I did. And I have access to play with both of these characters, all three of these characters. And Nightmare Korra does not have her chains. Instead, as a placeholder for current animations, they just have her doing these really huge water whips. So it really makes you think, when did these characters start coming into development? And how much longer is it going to take for them to actually be fully fleshed out? Especially if they're promoting that Taga is coming fall of 2026. Like fall is in a couple months, you feel me? We're about to hit August. We're about to hit the height of summer. Fall is gonna start September. So this feels like what they're saying is all of this shit is going to come. Well, I guess fall kind of is like the end of September, mid-September, sort of like October-ish. But it kind of just feels like they're saying the rest of the game is going to be put out when the Xbox version is ready. That's what it feels like they're saying. And if the game wasn't ready to put out, here's my thing. If the game was truly never ready to put out, why wouldn't you just say we're gonna have a open beta until release of the game? We're gonna push the release of the game back to September. We're just going to keep a hands-on open beta consistently updated, or an early access type shit, right? Because it would have been perceived a little bit better. Things aren't really lining up correctly on our back end. We want to add ranked mode. We want to add a spectators mode, a beginner zone. We want to add casual modes. We want to add new tutorials and combo trials. We want to get these sprites finished. We want to add new character from the movie. We want to eventually probably add in adult Aang. You know, like, we want to get these things. I guarantee when the new Avatar show comes out, they're going to probably want to add those two twins in the game too. So why not just release it in early access or something? Like, the marketing behind that would have been better, but they're getting pushed. I can tell all signs lead to Paramount is pushing them to have this in rotation. This is like the exact opposite of the situation that we wanted to happen with the Fallout series. Because if you remember, Todd Howard, bro, that nigga, I swear, like, all respect to him to a certain degree, but you suck with putting out games, bro. It's been way too long since Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 wasn't even that great of a game. Fallout New Vegas clears every Fallout game in existence. Fallout 1, I played that on the channel earlier this year, by the way. I beat it off screen. Just because, to me, it was a little bit difficult of a game to edit for YouTube, I won't lie. So I did a lot of work behind that first video. It did well. I just want to let you guys know, if you're still sticking around, I did end up completing the first Fallout game, and I had a fucking lot of fun playing it. But it's because it's the amount of options and layeredness that's inside the game. You don't get that in Fallout 3, not really. And it's like all of Bethesda's Fallout games are like, eh. Fallout 76, literally spit on that shit, bro. I'd piss on your grave, bro. Fuck Fallout 76. Fallout show came out. There was nothing to capitalize on it. They just said, hey, we're getting an update for Fallout 76. Who fucking cares? What we wanted was a brand new game to come with it. And there's zero excuse, because you have had 15 years to put out something, bro. In this case, probably 11 years. What? Fallout 4 came out 2014, 2015? We're in 2026, 10 years. That's a long time to have a game in development, okay? I don't care what your excuse is. Oh, Bethesda's Bethesda. They put out these. I don't care shit, bro. I don't care. I'm over Bethesda's excuses. I'm over anybody's excuses of a game that takes longer than 4 years to come out, honestly. If the excuse was, hey, we're working on the other game, cool. Because in the next 10 years, you guys could have put out another game. But you put out this garbage shit for fucking... I'm not even going to get into Starfield. But... it just wasn't it, you know? If you like it, whatever. But it wasn't it, okay? And they used as much work as was put into that. They primarily did a lot of procedurally generated things, so they took a lot of the workload off of that, and they just refused to grow and expand. They just stay inside the fucking embryo creation engine bullshit, whatever. I just wanted more. So again, I say all this, it's really long-winded to say this is the exact opposite of what we wanted with Fallout. Fallout show came out, we wanted something to capitalize off of that. Avatar movie comes out, they did this too early. We have something to capitalize off of it, but you put it out in an unfinished state. And I get it's a $29.99 game, but no game really feels good to play in an unfinished state. I won't lie, I've been playing the game a lot. I've been, in the lab, and it does kind of feel like I'm still just playing beta, Like, it doesn't feel like it's finished. A full product should feel like, I don't know, it should feel like the whole weight of the game is there. It doesn't feel like that for this. There's a lot of little quirky animations that I don't vibe with. The music cuts in and out. It's really weird. It's bizarre. In fact, there's actually audio clipping that's happening when you're in the middle of a combo, and then you put some inputs in a little too quickly. it'll cut the audio out of the voice line, and it'll also cut out the music temporarily, even if it's for half a second. It's insane. That shouldn't be a bug that's in the game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like that's a crazy bug to bring up. I'm just pointing that out, that doesn't help the case when the game is already coming out in an unfinished state. And if you don't believe me about the whole audio clipping thing, spend some time in the combo trials. You'll notice exactly what I'm talking about, because it's most notable. It's most noticeable there, because there's completely uninterrupted chaos going on, and you're just focused on doing this combo trial, and you'll realize a lot of times that you're doing it too fast, doing it too slow, you're clipping out audio, and it's just really strange. I don't know if anybody else has been encountering that, but I can show that on stream right now if need be. Now, again, I just feel like that's just crazy. They're just promoting a whole brand new character, and we don't even have everything done. Then you look at the rest of this, and again, you know, they're promoting, hey, you know, we have a brand new story mode in the game. There's rollback net code and crossplay. Not really. Nintendo doesn't have crossplay. Can't play with all my friends. Hand-drawn art and animation, I give them credit for that. A lot of credit for that. Hand-drawn art and animation, this game is doing a lot of things that a lot of games aren't doing right now anymore. I love the fact of them doing hand-drawn art and animations. So it's going to take a little bit longer to get these sprites and get these animations for the new clothing that they want to do. Just a whole new design. It's just lacking the communication. You know what I mean? It's just too vague. This whole statement is too vague, but I'm guesstimating they're just going to put everything out by September. That's what it's feeling like. Yeah. How I personally feel on the subject, I just think, all in all, they should have just released the game as an early access. I feel like it could have went over a lot better in the community. And no spectator mode is kind of wild. I mean, I don't really have a fuck ton of friends that are playing the game, but it would be nice still. Like, what if I want to get a community of people together and then spectate? Like, you're limiting the ability of me running a tournament right now. Like, what if I want, as a small creator, to say, hey, I'm gonna run a $100 tournament? It's not a fuck ton of money, but it's $100. You're gonna turn down $100 for playing video games? For real? If I was to host a tournament right now and say, hey, you get $100 for beating everybody in this tournament, you're gonna turn away from that? You're not gonna participate? It's what, a couple hours of your time for $100? That's good money. That's good side money. And then of course in the future I could be like, hey, I want to do $1,000 or some shit like that. Like, what if in the future is within the next couple weeks to next month or two? You don't know how quickly a YouTube channel can grow. But I can't do that with the community. Nobody can do that with the community unless we get somebody to mod the game. But majority of the time, mods end up getting broken the moment you take them online, because you're playing against other players that don't have those mods installed. And there's a lot of like issues with netcode, and then just the actual code in the game interacting while online. Like, you just run into a lot more issues when you start playing games that are modded online. They remove also that, speaking about mods, they removed white hair Toph from the current build of the game. They removed a lot of the colors and alterations to the characters' outfits that were there in the alphas and beta, but they're not here now. The only thing that's like glowing and like cool looking on that aspect is the pre-order bonus of having the gold skins. So it's just weird. They removed a lot of shit, and then on top of that, of them removing shit, they just don't have things ready in the game. So it's just a whole weird and odd situation. I hope the best for the studio. I just wish that we had a little bit more communication. We should definitely have more communication. They need to get behind themselves and just kick themselves in the rear and say, this is the exact timeline. We don't want to be vague. We don't want to leave it up to speculation. Like, come on, guys. Come on. It's not that hard. You had the community really won over. don't stay in the negative with this one. People love this game. People love this series. They want another Avatar game that's not some poo-poo RPG that's literally a quarter baked, not half baked. That'd be giving any of these recent Avatar games too much credit. They're a quarter baked. Like they're not even half baked. They're a quarter baked, and they keep on putting these shit fucking games out for Avatar. And this is the only Avatar game that could even be considered half baked to decent, and personally, in my view, good since fucking the Nintendo DS. What was the last? Actually, no, I take that back. The Korra game that came out on the PS3 was gas. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all say, bro. That Korra game was gas, okay? This is the last, that was the last good Avatar game. So don't fuck it up. You got fans that are adults that are showing their children Avatar, myself included. My son is 9 months old. You don't think that by the time he's a year and a half, 2 years, and 3 and 4 years old that I'm not gonna be showing him Avatar? Fuck yeah, bro. That's gonna be a generational cartoon. That shit is staying in the family, bro. That's generational. Avatar is that good of a fucking anime. You feel what I'm saying? So Paramount and developers, I don't even know the studio behind this game. I'll be dead ass. Get your head out of your ass and fucking communicate with the people that are literally uplifting you up. We have been getting shafted for years. That is all we want, some communication. With that being said, let's move on to the next segment. If you're on YouTube, if you enjoyed the vibes, make sure you slide subscribe. I really appreciate it. Maybe catch me live sometime. I'll be staying live on Twitch. You want to see me do something live that doesn't make it in the video. I catch you then. Stay safe out there because the world's a crazy ass, bitch ass place. Peace.
Lights down low, but spirits so high. Game controller in hand, ready to fly. The night's a playground where time stands still. In this cozy nook, let's get our thrill. Pencils shining bright in the midnight glow, leveling up in a world we know, laughing together as the hours drift by in this gaming sanctuary.